Hello, I'm Claudia from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Welcome on live. Welcome. Who have we got there? Who was waiting? Go on the chat. There we go. Right. Well, we're getting closer to the end of the month, and there's that draw at the end of the month. So on the 30th of November, I'm going to draw out a winner for the November prize draw reading. And so don't forget, check out my videos, click subscribe on my channel, like my videos, and comment on how they resonate with you, and leave that yellow heart emoji in the comments for an entry. You can enter as many times as you like, so good luck with winning that. I'm going to draw it sometime on the 30th, on my 30th of November, and then I will make the 1st of December's. I'll record that daily read and announce the winner in that one, so watch out for it. Let's just wait for people to come on before I start. So I'm going to go deeper into the daily read today. I've picked out a card for the day, which is interesting. And I've just watched the daily read to remind myself of what it is. Which is good because I've just made the weekly read, the general weekly read, shot the weekly read, and the daily reads for this coming week as well. Until the 30th anyway. Hey, Welfare Fraud. How are you? How are you? Where are you watching from? I'm in Thailand. Oh, God, Thailand. Which means Turtle Island. It's in the south of Thailand on the east side, where I live on my lovely little island. Okay, so the daily read today being Sunday the 24th of November. I know it's not today for you. It's still yesterday, some of you. But it is for me. The sun's up and it's a beautiful sunny day. And I started work about an hour and a half ago. About 6:30 I started work, which is cool. Hit the ground running today. And so, yeah, the daily read today, all about choosing people in our lives and not feeling bad about people we don't choose, because they're not our responsibility. We don't have to have people in our lives that aren't good for us. So it's about removing toxic people from our lives. But not just that, not just toxic people. Like, you don't have to wait until someone's really bad. You can choose to have people that uplift you in your life, people that add to your life, people that give you as much as you give them, people that have got plenty in their energy for you. And so it's up to you. Like, there's all kinds of people in the world. It's up to you to decide who are your kind of people. Hey, Mariam, how are you? So yeah, I'm going to go deeper into the daily read, and then I'm going to pick my cards out for the day, and then I'm going to do mini readings for you guys too. So stick around for your free mini reading from me. You've got a dilemma about getting rid of people. Yeah, it's tricky to do. I'm really good at it now, though. Now I only have a few people in my life, but people who I really like Warren. Hello, Warren. Still no cat yet, Warren, although I didn't go to training yesterday. I think he's picking it up tomorrow, Monday. I have a cat. Yeah, I have a cat. There's lots of cats here. Look, the card that I've picked out for today, time for a nap, which is really interesting because I had a really lazy day yesterday. Hi, Matt. Yay for kitties. Chicken was just in here, but she left, which is good because she's really noisy. She's with a bell on. Time for a nap. I think it's pretty obvious what this is about resting. Don't we always get cards like this on Sundays? A cat nap, yeah. Nap with a cat. Cats are great at napping. Oh, They don't seem to get much deep sleep though. Have you noticed? Like a cat will wake up at anything. Okay, this is what Colette says about it. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action. I've just got something amusing me at the moment while I'm reading this. I watched someone in a video last night and they had the same Blue Yeti microphone that I've got, and there was a sock on top of it. In fact, I might try that. Shall I put a sock on top of it? Because I know when I go, it sounds really bad, and it might make all the difference. Hang on. It's a new sock. I won't put a dirty sock on it. Tell me how this sounds, because I'm not able to hear it. How does that sound now? Does it sound better? Can you still hear me? Or do I sound a bit socky? Let me know. Let me know how it sounds, and then I'll carry on. Otherwise, I'll take the sock off. Is it sounding good? You all fallen asleep? Similar? Oh, really? Okay, I'll keep it on, and then I can check it out in the replay. Okay, Colette says, this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction as you observe without engagement now. I'm just going to read the relationship message because we're talking about letting people go today. When it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time, an uneventful day. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. Now, what I'm thinking, it would be, but yeah, Matt, it would be, but I can't. Like, I'd have to hold it. I haven't got any chairs or any table that allows me to be, or I can put it like this. But that doesn't work either, does it? Balance it on my knee would be the only way to have it nearer to me. Yeah, not ideal. So yeah, what I'm getting from this is when we're talking about detaching from other people, you don't need to sort it out. You don't need to, you don't need to push things. You can just step back. You don't need to sort those things out. And so, Mariam, you're saying you're having problems with that, a dilemma about that. And it's not always to be sorted out. Like, you don't have to, and you don't even have to be able to communicate it to someone. You can just not hang out with them or something, just not be around them, some people think that's ghosting, but it's not. Like, it's your choice whether to be around someone or not. And it's not saying I'm not going to be around you forever, but there's no rules that say you've got to see someone every day of your life, or you've got to see someone once a week, or you've got to see someone once a month, or whatever. Your true friends, you don't have to stay in touch with them all the time. And when you hang out again, everything's fine. They don't say, why haven't you been in touch? There's no rules around it. And our true friends are fine with that. And so why aren't we fine about other people with that? Now, I guess it's different if they're getting in touch repeatedly and you're not responding or something like that. That's different. But maybe then you do need to respond to them. But it's time for a nap. It's just like, back off. You don't need to sort it out. Yeah, cut them loose. Because generally, if you're feeling like cutting someone loose, they're probably feeling the same way about you as well. Generally it's not one-sided. Generally it's two-sided. I always thought that ghosting was more ignoring them when they try to contact you without saying why. Yeah, it can be. If they need something, so those needy people that just keep on getting in touch. I don't know. Sometimes it's just that you're really busy, and they're not really busy, and so they imagine that you're not really busy too. You know what I mean? Because I get so many messages now. I get so many messages from people. Not through my business page, weirdly enough. Hardly anyone ever contacts me through my business page, but they contact me on my Facebook page and through Instagram and stuff. I'm getting constant messages all the time, and I just don't have the time. I'm really busy. I don't have the time to be messaging and chatting with people. So yeah, if people are asking about my readings and stuff and interested in booking in, I chat with them. But if they just want a chat, I just don't have time. I'm busy. Maybe they need an oil change. So yeah, it's just about being okay with your choices, really, with your choices in life. And there's no rules to say that you've got to be in touch with people. There's no rules to say that you've got to have anyone in your life, in fact. Okay, so let's pick out some cards with more information about this, because I think in the daily read it said about letting go of guilt. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So more deeper dive into the daily energies. We've got take the risk and fear of lack. So, do you hold on to people because you don't think that there's going to be more people available to you? And so, are you holding on to a tribe that you've been around, even though you're not really vibing with them anymore? You don't really have that much in common anymore, but you're afraid to be alone. You're fearing that there's not people that are like you that you can be around. And so, that fear of lack can stop you from actually moving on from people that are not really you, not really your people. And sometimes we have to let go of them and then be by ourselves for a while. But then the new people come in pretty quickly after that. And so it's being okay about that void. And that's the same with anything. It's like, ending a relationship and then being alone for a while and then having someone new come into your life. You've got to be alone for a while, or quitting a job, not working for a while, and then getting into a new job. You've got to embrace that unknown, that void. Do I know how to make fart noises with my armpit? Yes. Oh, but I'm not very good at it. Maybe it's just too dry in here. Do you, Frank? Did you need me to demonstrate that to you? Right. Okay, right, because prepare and warmth. And so there's people, much more open-hearted people that are going to be warmer with you, right? And so this is like your old tribe, people that used to match you that don't match you anymore. They're not going to be very loving and accepting of you. They might be a bit judgmental of you and your choices because they wouldn't do the same thing, right? They're making different choices in their lives. And rather than stay around and judge them because they're not making the same choices as you, and them judging you because you're not making the same choices as them, instead of sticking around those people, you can allow yourself to be around people. You can take that risk and let go, because there are people that match you that aren't going to judge you in your decisions, that are going to agree with you in your decisions, so they're going to love you more. They're going to be more open-hearted, and they're going to be more open-hearted too, because they're more on your wavelength, they're more on your vibration. And so preparing yourself for that, to be around people that are in your vibration, is really important. Preparing yourself by making space for them. Because it's very hard to swim against the current all the time and not be around people that support you. to always be the black sheep, always be the one that is the odd one out. We don't need to be. And it's not that there's like a massive tribe waiting for us. There generally isn't. It's generally just a few people. But we've got to allow ourselves to be around supportive people instead of thinking that we need to be the black sheep all the time, the odd one out. Yeah, the change in tribe thing, it's been a theme for a few weeks now, on and off occasionally. It's coming into my readings, but it's going well. Going well card has come out, so camera's really fuzzy today. Maybe I need to clean it. Be supportive and going well. So yeah, be around people that will be able to support you more. You deserve that. And for you to be around people that you can support too, not people that are draining. Sometimes we can keep ourselves around really needy people because we think that we're needed by them, or we need to be needed by them. It feels good to be needed by someone, but they're not. We're not really supporting them when there's such a big division from where we are at and where they're at. You know, it's like, just imagine like being around people that are really similar energy to you, and you can uplift them, you can help them to create more in their lives instead of trying to rescue someone off the ground. That kind of thing. Yeah, that's come up in the readings lately as well. Because it's very difficult swimming against the current and being the black sheep all the time. It's like constantly fighting fires instead of turning away from it and getting focused on what you want to do in life instead. I want a group of naked hedonistic nuns, new tribe. Well, be that, Warren, and they'll come in. Yeah, and of course, we've got to heal ourselves to even allow that in, to even let ourselves be around supportive people and people that are like our energy. We've got to heal ourselves. So become aware of your stories of why you think that you're not worthy of that, or you don't think, maybe you're not owning your vibration, maybe you're not owning where you're at in life and the level that you're really at. Some healing to do. There you go, that's the daily energies, all about our tribe, and time for that giving it a rest. You don't need to fight or try and change those people. It's just about backing off and focusing on where you're going instead. It's amazing how people fall away when you focus on what it is that you want to do in life. You know, constantly trying to mend things. Okay, my cards for the day. Talk to someone and be okay about it. Okay, I know what that's talking about. And include and be vulnerable. It's about the same thing. Okay. Who wants a reading? Just pop up a message saying me, please. I'll do that for you. So I connect in with your higher self. So the part of you that's still in spirit form, soul, or inner self. I don't know what else people call it. It's amazing how fast they fall away when you don't give them what they want often. Yeah. Especially the needy ones. The ones that kind of lean on us. The ones that are getting plenty from us tend not to get very much back from them. Who wants a reading? Pop up a message saying me, please, and I'll do a mini reading for you. Only 3 days away from the new moon. You get new moon readings for $20 off at the moment, 3 pages long. If you're watching the replay, there'll be a link popping up now. It's good when we have our cup filled and then we can share with whom we choose. Yeah, share with whom we choose when we choose as well. And then the people that can be supportive of us, the people that are supportive of us, the people that are like that too, they don't care that we're not in touch with them all the time. They're doing their own thing as well. They're not like, oh, why didn't you get in touch with me? Because they're totally focused on their thing as well, right? And so it's like when we stop being needy, we stop being around those needy people. Because a lot of the time it's when we need to be needed, when we like being needed by people, we get some kind of value from that. Cherry, or Sherry, is it? Cherry. Cherry's up first? Okay, Warren, you read for Frank. Maybe he needs to perfect his fart armpit noises. I wonder how old Frank is. 12? 50, 12? 40, 12? Okay, Cherry. Right. Cherry, you've got be firmer and clear within. This is about healing yourself and letting go of things. So if you've been having people in your life and things in your life that you know you need to let go of, patterns and things, maybe addictions or something like that, something you keep on doing, people you keep on being with that aren't very good for you, you need to be firmer on that now. Be firmer on that, firmer on clearing it out of your life. It doesn't just happen for us, we've got to make these decisions ourselves. We've got to direct our higher selves has got this big direction for us toward our destiny, which is coming up this week. Just recorded the dailies this week. Got a big week for destiny, so that's exciting. Yeah, Cherry, be clearer, be firmer about clearing that stuff, about letting that stuff go, about taking that action. Our higher selves is a directing us, but we need to be the ones to take direction. The action, not direction. We need to take action on that direction because we're the ones in the human bodies here. And Cherry, you've got, hey Ashley, you've got relax and jealousy. And so you don't need to fight it. You don't need to fight them. You can be relaxed about it. You don't need to convince them. If someone's jealous, so say you're trying to move on in life, you're trying to go to something better, a better relationship or a better job, better living conditions or something like that, and everyone else around you is being jealous, you don't need to try and convince them not to be. You don't need to manage their emotional reaction, which is what jealousy is. It's an emotional reaction, how they're feeling, how it makes them feel. You can relax about that. It's their problem. Their emotional reaction is their problem. It's not yours. And so change their mind or change them or try and get them to make the same decisions you're making, or will validate you in some way, try and get them to say that it's okay for you to do what you're doing. Don't try and do that. Just allow them to have their own jealous reactions, relax about that, and be firmer on where it is that you're going and the changes you want to make. Hope that helps. Oh goodness, I just got a big shot of energy when you mentioned this being a week of destiny. Cool. Yeah. You're welcome, Cherry. Yeah, you can ask a question if you want, Ashley, if you want it to be about something specific. Anyone else want a reading? Warren, do you want a reading? Frank, I've been farting with my armpit since I was a kid, and now I'm old, of course. Yes, I have Instagram. Claire Louise Hay on Instagram. Okay. Romance card. It's not the romance card, Warren. Oh. What you resist persists and communicate. The lighting is horrible tonight. Come here. What you resist and communicate. What you resist persists and communicate. What are you not saying? What are you not saying, Warren? You need to communicate to someone. Don't resist it, because it's just going to linger and wait until you say it to them anyway. So this is about like not backing off. This is like the opposite for you, Warren. This is like just back off and go to someone. There's something that needs to be said, not because they need to hear it, because you need to get it out of you. Because when we don't communicate, when we don't express something, it stays within us and we wish that we would have said something. Oh my God, what do you need to say to me, Warren? But don't do it yet. Wait, you've got to forgive yourself first. Because when you say it, it needs to be fully released. So make sure that you've forgiven yourself first, then say it. Yeah? True. There you go. Who else wants a reading? Ashley, did you have a question? Did I miss it? Oh, have I found my soul partner? Have you? That's not an answer. No. In a word, because the cards that have come out are just like totally random. So this is what your higher self wants to say to you. This person that you think is maybe leading you to things. They've got something for you. You're right to feel that attraction to them because they have got something for you. So the law of attraction works through us. When there's someone important to us on our path, we feel that connection, we feel that attraction to them, and we bring them into our lives. And not always, very rarely are they this soulmate kind of connection, but we tend to mistake that feeling of connection and that feeling of attraction often as a romantic connection. That could be a romantic connection for you. But yeah, Ashley, this person that you think maybe is, they're leading you to something, being more creative in yourself, so that you've got links in your life path for sure. Also, helping you to get into some kind of a flow. So, like one time, like I had a terrible relationship with a guy just before I moved here. It was terrible, but it got me here, and it's like, wow, did I really have to go through all of that relationship crap? But it was worth it because now I'm here. It's that kind of thing. I'm not saying it's going to be a crap relationship. Mine was, but I guess it was my path of least resistance to get me here. But in a similar way, yeah, you've got things for each other, but it's not the big one. Yeah, maybe past life experience too. Gemma. Gemma's up next. Who's coming toward in regards to love? Your higher self isn't going to say that. Well, it could tell you about what the characteristics are about them, but it's really not interested in anyone else. It's interested in you. Your higher self is interested in you and your life path, Gemma. And so, like, let's not talk about relationships. Let's talk about you and your life purpose here, because that big relationship is going to come in like way down the path when you're really firm on in your life path. If you think about it, you want to get together with someone who's really clear on the life path, who's doing their thing, who's really like enjoying their lives and is complete within themselves. They also do too. And so if you're the kind of person that's going to get distracted in a relationship from your life path, which is pretty much everybody on this planet, then you're going to be asked to wait so that you can focus on your gifts, sharing your gifts with the world, Gemma, because you've got some writing to do. Maybe a book, maybe a blog. It could be any kind of writing. I don't know. You've got some writing to do because you've got a brilliance in that area. And if you think you haven't been brilliant in writing before, because I wasn't, I've published 8 books now, I've written 11. And I had problems in school writing about boring things that I wasn't interested in. I cannot write fiction. I'm terrible at that. But I can write the books that I've written, and they're good. I think they're good anyway. And Gemma, yeah, let go of this pursuit of relationships and have a good time instead. Like now, it's not the time to meet your partner. It's the time to focus on your life. So yeah, get focused on your life, having a good time. Be easier about the relationship. Surrender that path. Okay, hope that helps. Warren, I have to forgive myself first, then I have to tell someone how I feel, or what's on my mind, or my 2 cents worth, or what's weighing heavily, and let loose. Yep. Do you know who it is? and what you have to say. Maybe it's just going to come up today, this week, tomorrow. Never. Mine's about talking as well. It's not the butcher. Could be. Have you got beef with the butcher? Oh, I'm funny. Does anyone else want a reading? I just recorded the general for All Signs weekly read this morning before I did this, and the daily reads for this coming week as well. But because I usually do them from Monday through Sunday, but I didn't do next Sundays because it's the 1st of December. And I want to announce the winner of the draw instead. So yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then once we've finished, because it doesn't work in the live chat comments don't stick around. When it's on the replay, when the replay is available, which doesn't take very long, comment on that with a yellow heart emoji in the comments for an entry into that. And check out my other videos as well. Matt, facing friendships. So it's like the same advice that we've got for everybody today about letting go of people, facing the situation, facing who doesn't make you feel good, facing who's not that good for you anymore, who's not vibing with you anymore. There's a new tribe waiting. Oops. And Matt. And be grateful for those that have come before. Be grateful for your old tribe. Like, don't throw them out. I mean, don't throw them under a bus kind of thing. Don't think that they're wrong for being who they are. They're not. They were a match to you at some point, remember. Be grateful for them. And just that will get you prepared for your next tribe coming in. Ashley says soul purpose. So yeah, I'm just giving one mini reading to everyone here. If you want a reading, a private reading with me, then there's a link in the description box to this. No worries. Anyone else want a reading? Armpit fart. Okay, let's try the armpit fart again. It's very dry in here. It's actually better when they're not dry. Oh, too muscly. No, I can't do it. It's not, took my hand in the strap. No, Frank. Yeah, I think he is 12. Are you 12, Frank? How old are you, Frank? And how old's your castle? I used to live in a castle in Scotland. Time for a nap, remember. Give it a rest. Don't fight people. Don't try and change them. Just let them go if they're not for you. 12-year-old humor. Yeah, but there's some like 50, 12-year-olds that have that same humor. Some guys never grow up. My clothing isn't getting in the way. But clothing isn't in the way at all. Right, enough of the armpit farts. Thank you everyone for coming along. I'm going to leave it there and get on with the video edits and stuff like that. Thank you, Ashley. Fart fetishes. Farts are very funny when you're 12 though, aren't they? They're very funny when you're from about the age of 4 onwards. So yeah, check out my videos. My weekly read is going to be up very, very shortly, and it's all about destiny, so it's worth a watch. Have a fantastic day, everybody, night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.